South Africa, I need you to sit down, all right? Sit down, get comfortable, pour yourself something warm, okay? It's a chilly weekend. Today's episode is gonna be a long one. It needs to be, because what is happening in this country right now is not a small thing at all. It is not a moment. It is not a news cycle. It is a reckoning. Look, I poured myself something warm. Pause this video, go get yourself something warm. Do it too. And before we get into it, if you appreciate this channel, if you've ever watched a video and genuinely thought, finally someone is saying this, there is a link in the description below where you can buy me a coffee. Your donation is greatly appreciated. It gets me going more than you think. I don't get corporate sponsors. You know why. The link is there. I love the love. Love you guys. Thanks for the donation. So today, we've got 3 separate fires burning simultaneously in the same house. 3 stories. The first one is the fact that the Madlanga Commission has dropped Julius Malema's name into testimony, and not gently, even though Malema was acting like some messiah. WhatsApp messages show records that are referring to CIC Juju, a connection with the 2.9 billion rand tender. Non-compliant companies allegedly linked to EFF representatives that won contracts they should have never even gotten in the first place. The commander-in-chief, who has spent his career screaming about his corruption, screaming killing the poor, may now have to answer for his own corruption. And then second, we've got Gayton McKenzie, the Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, right? Everybody's favorite minister, former armed robber turned cabinet minister, a great story. A convicted inmate named Jermaine Prim, set in prison using a phone he wasn't supposed to have, and told the ENCA on camera that McKenzie supplied him with phones and is a proxy for Cape Town's most dangerous drug cartels. McKenzie says it's all lies, all false. The DA is currently writing to the Hawks. The police commissioner raised a question mark, and Ramaphosa has said nothing. And then third, on the Thursday, the 23rd of April, St. George's feast day, President Cyril Ramaphosa stood at the Union buildings and addressed the nation, right? His National Police Commissioner had just appeared in court on corruption charges. A cabinet minister was accused of drug links in parliament, all under him, and he knows this. And the Madlanga Commission has been running for 84 days with no end in sight because the corruption just keeps getting worse. And he gave a speech. A very good speech, by the way. South Africa is just tired of the speeches. That's the problem. Ramaphosa is great at giving speeches. He just sucks at execution. 3 stories, 3 fires. Let's go. Right, so in case you don't know, yesterday was my birthday. And by the time you're watching this episode, I'm now 20 years old. Was a very interesting birthday, you know, got some family time, some me time, you know, something different from filming all day and helping the Truth Report. So let's get into it. Julius Malema has spent years telling South Africa that he is the defender of the poor, right? He spent years saying he's the commander-in-chief of the freedom fighters, the economic freedom fighters, the man who fights for the workers, right? He's that guy. He's the one who fights for the poor, the landless, the unemployed, the forgotten. The man who stands at a podium with his red beret and his clenched fists and tells the masses that the system is corrupt, that the elites, the white people specifically, steal from all the people. And only the EFF stands between ordinary South Africans and total capture by criminal interests, even though he is a criminal now because of that firearm charge. He has said this many times on camera to millions of people. The problem is white monopoly capital, the white people. And now at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, testimony is emerging that links the commander-in-chief himself, Julius Malema, to the exact behavior he has spent his career denouncing. Let me be precise, okay, because I'm always precise and I'll never put words into anyone's mouth that are not supported by evidence. So here's what the commission has actually heard, because I give facts and facts only. Sergeant Fanny Nkosi, that's the Gauteng police organized crime officer. You've heard his name by now. He has since been arrested and is currently in custody. He testified before the Madlanga Commission about a 2.9 billion rand security tender, a tender issued by the Tshwane Metro Police Department. What's with our Metro Police Departments? This is a tender so big, it would make your nose bleed. 2.9 billion of public money that you paid for security services. And then Nkosi testified that in March 2025, TMPD Deputy Chief Umashi Dlamini sent him a WhatsApp message containing a list of 7 specific companies. 7. According to Nkosi's testimony, Dlamini indicated that these companies were recommended by individuals representing none other than the EFF and its leader, Julius Malema, referred to in the WhatsApp messages as CIC Juju, which is Commander-in-Chief Juju. The WhatsApp messages read into the record at the commission actually showed that Nkosi then awarded this list to none other than Gareth Mnisi, the now suspended CFO of the city of Tshwane, the guy with many cars. That's the same Gareth Mnisi who earns 124,000 rand a month and somehow has a Porsche 911 Turbo as a leisure vehicle and a 15 million rand Bryanston house he built with his cash. Of the 7 companies on that list, 2 of them were awarded portions of the tender. Both were non-compliant with bid specifications. The compliant companies did not get any fraction of that tender. The non-compliant ones did. Nkosi's own brother's company, Ngapesheya Construction and Projects, I think that's the name. That was the company among the recipients, receiving over 2 million. Tshwane MMC Kolofelo Morodi was also implicated, by the way. The commission heard that she sent internal tender documents to Nkosi, and she has since been suspended by the Tshwane mayor and expelled by Action SA. This is all in Pretoria, Tshwane. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? Gareth Mnisi, when he was asked about this list, said he received it, sure, yeah. But he denies that Malema gave it to him personally. Malema, for his part, came out swinging, held no punches. He said, they never said we got a list from the EFF. They said someone brought the list and claimed it was from the Red Berets. These are Malema's words. They never said the Red Berets sent that list. That's what Malema's saying. He also added that I do not engage in criminal activities. I am not a criminal, even though he was found guilty. It's fine. And look, I will be fair. The commissioner who challenged Mnisi's version did so on the basis of something very specific and very damning. If the list had nothing to do with Malema, then why on God's green earth did Mnisi thank Nkosi after receiving it? And why on God's green earth did the messages refer to CIC Juju as being expected to verify the companies? You don't thank someone for sending you a message that is irrelevant, that won't help you. You don't reference a political leader in your WhatsApp procurement chat for no reason whatsoever. You don't see me saying Ramaphosa out of nowhere. Co-Commissioner Advocate Sandile Khumalo, SC, asked Mnisi directly, then why on earth did you thank him? And then Mnisi's answers, according to the reporting, were not satisfying at all. Now, let me just give you the full picture on Malema's Madlanga Commission exposure, because there is more, in case you were wondering. You see, Malema has also filed a defamation suit against Action SA's Gayton McKenzie for 1 million rand over claims McKenzie made about him at the commission. You want to know what allegations? Well, McKenzie's alleged suggestion was that Malema is connected to criminal drug networks through a mutual associate. The case is in court as we speak. Malema says the claims are all lies, it's all cap. McKenzie says he stands by what he said. And there is one more connection that the commission has revealed. An individual named Ngumalo, that's the name, who Malema himself confirmed knowing, this ghost-like figure, has been implicated at the commission. Now, why did I mention Ngumalo? Well, the allegations about Ngumalo include claims that he had unusual access to police documents and allegedly pressured authorities to arrest controversial blogger Musa Khawula. Malema confirmed he knows Nxumalo. He did not explain the nature of that relationship in any depth. Why he knows him, we don't know. So let us summarize what has been established on the record at the Madlanga Commission with regard to Julius Malema, because these dudes talk for hours. His name as Commander-in-Chief CIC Juju appeared in WhatsApp messages related to a 2.9 billion rand tender. Companies allegedly recommended by EFF representatives won that tender despite being non-compliant. A senior police officer's testimony links him to the tender list. A city official he allegedly knows is implicated in sharing confidential tender documents. And he knows a man whose name keeps appearing in allegations about police interference and pressure on journalists. None of this is a conviction. None of this is proof beyond reasonable doubt. Right? Fine. Malema denies everything, and he is entitled to that denial. The commission is not a criminal court. Fine. But here is what the commission is. The Madlanga Commission is a public record. Everybody is watching. It is a testimony under oath. It is WhatsApp messages read into evidence. And it is a picture built piece by piece, hearing by hearing, that the man who screams loudest about corruption of any nature may have been operating in exactly the same system he claims to be fighting. The commander-in-chief, who calls everyone else a thief, could actually be a thief himself. The man who was just sentenced to 5 years for firing a rifle at a stadium, who's legally classified as a criminal now, who has a criminal record, the man who called the magistrate ugly after the sentencing, that guy, who is also now suing Gayton McKenzie for 1 million rand for saying what the commission has since partially corroborated. That dude. Tell me again who Malema is fighting for here. Because where I'm sitting, literally where I'm sitting, the evidence that is being built at this Madlanga Commission suggests that he was fighting for those companies on the list to get some of that cash.